Welcome to the Audacious OBM podcast. I'm your host, Leanne Woff, creator of OBM Academy and founder of Audacious Empires. Each week, my crew and I will explore all things building and scaling an exceptional OBM business. This podcast is here to share how you can charge premium prices, have clients lining up to work with you, and never have to work another weekend again. You can have a thriving OBM business working with the clients you want, when you want, and charging the price you want. It's time to banish mediocre and become the standout, sought after OBM you know you can be. Hello, lovely one. I hope you're having a fabulous day. Today, I want to talk to you about 10 reasons you should be charging more as an online business manager. Woohoo! Let's talk about money. I know that money and how we charge and pricing is the number one struggle OBMs face. So today, I want to try and boost your confidence. If you're trying to increase your prices and you're on the fence and you're a bit nervous, you're wondering if you're just being greedy, you're wondering if it's the right move, I'm going to just tackle that with some logic. I'm going to give you 10 reasons you should increase your prices. Some of them you might have heard of, some of them maybe not. All of them will be relevant. All right, you ready? First reason you should be charging more as an online business manager is you have to pay tax and super. You are not an employee. No one is going to do it for you. You need to do it for yourself. If you don't set aside the tax and the super, you're going to end up with a debt, depending on what the rules are and the legislation is based on your location. I know in Australia, there's a certain amount of tax we have to pay based on how much we earn, and there is a certain amount of super we need to put aside. There is a little loophole where if we're self-employed, we don't have to put away the super, but all that means is that we're shooting ourselves in the feet when it gets to retirement land. That is your retirement fund, and you need to cover that. A lot of the time when we go looking for jobs, we will see the jobs advertised as X amount per year plus super. We know we have to take our tax out of that. The amount that gets put into our bank account every week has that tax already taken out. We don't have to think about it. Our employer does it for us. But as an online business manager, as a business owner, we have to do all that thinking. We have to do the money moving, and we need to charge enough to be able to easily pay our tax and our super. So that is reason number one. Reason number two is registrations. Between you and I hate paying registration fees. I hate having to pay for all of those things that go with owning a business and saying I'm a legitimate business, setting my business up in the right structure, when it feels like I don't really get anything for it. It is just my cost for existing as a business. Things like business insurance, things like getting your business number, your business ID, your business name, all those things that don't feel fun. They're not a shiny new tool I can play with. And it's not money I can just put in my pocket and go and buy a jacket with, a cute beanie, some boots. No. It's registrations. It is all those practical things that we need to do to follow the rules and the laws for where we live. And as an online business manager, as a business owner, we have to include these in our price when we are costing out for jobs. We need to factor in the unfun things. The third reason that you should be charging more as an online business manager is for your skill. An online business manager is forever expanding their skill set, their tools, their knowledge, and we need to factor that in when we are setting our price, when we're working out how much to charge, when we're charging clients. You're paying for all of that ongoing development as well as the skills that you already have in your pocket. They are worth something. We need to charge for them, especially if we want to continue to develop them. We need to factor it in, which means our price goes up. Say it with me. The price goes up. You can do it. Number 4, equipment. Now, this is a twofold piece because equipment and reliability go in the same bucket. And I'm going to explain to you what I mean. As an online business manager, our equipment usually is one of our biggest costs. Do not come to me every second year and be really confused as to why you have to upgrade your computer again. Let me tell you something. Some businesses need $100,000, $200,000 worth of equipment to get started. You need a computer and an internet connection. But it means that a lot of our service and delivery of our service is tied to that piece of equipment. And we need to factor it in. We do not want to be in a position where every second year something is broken and we are stretched so thin we can't replace it. And then we are less efficient and less effective because we're dealing with equipment that isn't doing what it needs to do or isn't doing it as fast as it needs to do it. Trust me, my husband is in IT. Me and John have this argument all the time. Me sitting there going, no, I need it to do this faster. And him saying, but really? And me saying, yeah, because this is everything that I do. It's not just a 5% of my day. I need it to do it, and I need it to do it well and easily. That's just how it goes. Build me the better computer, please. Thank you. It's not like it's just our home computer that we use some of the time and not some of the time, or in an office in a tradie building where the computer isn't the biggest piece of machinery. We can get away with the computer being down for a day. As an online business manager, you can't. So we need it to be up and functioning and being in a state that is efficient, easy for us to use. The part about reliability that gets factored in as well is that when our technology fails us, we fail our clients. I am not talking about a 5-second it took Zoom too long to connect. I'm talking about if our computer crashes, we're stopped for a day. We're stopped for 2 days. We're stopped for however long until we get it back up and running again. If our internet connection is no good and we're constantly apologizing to our clients because the experience they're having is someone who's really unreliable and inconsistent and constantly blames it on technology. Now, here's the thing. You might be right to blame it on technology, but you need to do everything in your power to prevent that from happening. Because your whole role is to make your clients' lives easier, not to make them concerned that you're not going to be there when they really need them or when it's crunch time because your computer's going to fail. So you need to factor into how much you charge your equipment costs and understand the impact if you don't do that. The 5th reason that you should be increasing your price if you're an online business manager is for growth. When it is you and it is just you and you are not product-based where all of the revenue goes into one big pile and then you split it all up and you have margins factored and you have lots of team members. When you're an OBM, you have to consider the growth of your business. You have to consider how you're going to fund that growth. There are all different ways this can look. For instance, if you're thinking about creating a new service offering, how long does it take for you to ideate, develop, implement, test any new idea? A while. And guess what? When you're doing those things, you're not earning any money. If you're charging for your time or you're not doing the client work, you haven't factored that growth in, you're in limbo land. You're trying to get to the end of the project so that you can create the things, so you can make the money, so that you can grow the business. But if you weren't charging enough to begin with, it is going to be really stressful and really hard. The likelihood is you're down to the wire and you need to be doing billable work all the time. You don't want to be in that position. To get out of that position, you need to charge more. 6, doing your best work. Guess what? You provide a better service. You do your job better than anyone else can do it. More than anyone else knows, you charge more. And that means you can work with less clients. Do you know what happens when we work with less clients? They get more of our attention, our focused attention, and the quality of our work goes up. If we charge more, we have the ability to try and pack in less. We are not in this constant floundering, trying to break even land, or worrying because we've got only $100 in our bank account. When we charge more, we can have fewer clients without being stretched thin, and our work quality goes up. A little bit of a chicken and egg situation. Do I charge more first and then get less clients and then I'll do my best work, which justifies the charging more? Don't overthink it. Charging more means you have to do less if you do it right, which is another reason you should increase your prices. Number 8, experience. If you work as an employee in an organization, generally every year, or as you learn something new and your job description changes, you'll get a pay rise, or you'll get a new role in a business, or you'll go somewhere else in a different role. This has all got to do with your experience. And it has to do with the training that your job usually provides and pays for you to do. And then you say, okay, now I want more money. If you're an online business manager, that does not happen. Guess whose job it is to get more experience, to increase your skills, to find different education pathways? It's yours, which means you have to pay for it, which means you need to factor that into your cost. And as well, in that cost should be the fact that your experience is increasing every single day. You know more, you've seen more, you've experienced more today than you have yesterday. That's just life. So an increase is justified. Number 9, impact. Is there some kind of contribution you want to have on the world? A charity you want to contribute to, an initiative you want to start? If so, you've got to factor that in to what you're charging, into your price. You need to charge more to be able to take some of the money out to create the impact, to donate to whatever cause you want to donate to. And if you're having a little wobble about this, I want to give you a scenario that it's always annoyed me. When I see big organizations, in the marketing that they have on the TV, they will say, we have raised and donated X amount of money to this cause. Aren't we fabulous? Did they contribute that money? Well, it came out of the bank account. Did it come from them? I'm going to go with no, because every time I go to the checkout, it asks me if I want to round up my purchase fee to the nearest dollar to donate to whatever charity they want to donate to. Does my name get put on TV? No. Does theirs? Yes. Guess what? They're charging you and claiming it in their marketing. In the same way, if you want your business to create an impact, it has to go into your pricing. And then your business contributes however much it's going to contribute at the end of the quarter, or every month or every week, or whatever it is you want to do. Big businesses do it all the time. And a lot of the time, we don't even realize. It's another reason that you should increase your prices. And the final reason. Reason number 10. How cool of a round number is that? Is business is a pain in the ass. We should increase our prices and charge more purely for the pizza tax. There is a reason so many businesses fail. There is a reason a lot of people don't stick it out. It's hard. It is never I woke up one day and I earned $1 trillion and I achieved everything that I wanted to and it was magical. I have never heard a story like that. If you have, please send it through. I'd love to hear it. But it's not easy. It takes brains. It takes commitment. It takes dedication and drive, a level of stress. And all of that should be factored into the price. You are not comparing yourself with someone who is employed in a big business. You have all of these other unseen things, whether they're financial costs, physical costs, mental strain, all these things that should factor into your price. So that is reason number 10. Business is a pain in the ass. And you've done it and you're still here. So well done. All right, guys. That is my 10 pro tips for why you should be charging more, why you should be increasing your prices if you need the confidence boost. And if you're looking at how you can move from maybe hourly to packaged options and get away from the trading time for money, please go and check out the Powerful Packaging workshop that I have. It is incredible and it takes you step by step through how to create powerful service packages with a template and a repeatable process you can use over and over to make it easy to get you off that hamster wheel. All right, guys, I will see you next week. Thanks for joining me. Thanks for joining us for this week's episode of the Audacious OBM. We hope this episode has helped you move forward in your journey to being a standout and sought after OBM. If you enjoyed the episode, take a second to rate and review. Each review helps us to help other OBMs just like you. If you're interested in learning more about OBM Academy and all that it offers, head over to audaciousempires.com to get all the juicy details. We'll be back next week.